Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Gabby Victoria, and if you're new here, hi, I'm Gabby Victoria. I'm a 16-year-old girl living in the wonderful state of Florida. Today's video was going to be the power of makeup, something that Nikki Tutorial started a long time ago. But today, because of everything that's been going on in the world, I wanted to take the time to use my platform and my subscribers, by the way, thank you to getting me to 20 subscribers. Go follow me at Gabby_Sherman on Instagram, and like and subscribe to my video if you want to see more content. But today I want to get serious and talk about the problems and the things that are really going on in the world today. So if you're ready to sit down, talk, and do a little makeup, let's get started. Okay, so to start out today's video, we're going to use of course, Orchid Gel Primer by Skin. So let's get into what's going on and just have a nice little talk. So anybody doesn't know, a man by the name of Gregory Floyd was supposed to be going to jail for what I really don't know. I kind of forgot, but ended up dying in police custody because an officer decided to put his knee in his throat when trying to arrest him and closing his airway, which killed him. Being an African American and also being a girl in America is actually quite scary. And it's scary because you have to worry about every day being pulled over or being accused of something that you may have not even did. So, but going further into, we're going to use our Naked Skin by Urban Decay. I like to use one pump. And do I like living in America? Yes. And I like to talk about my journey growing up in America, because yeah, I'm an American citizen. Yeah, I was born and raised here in America, here in Florida. But my grandma's parents, so my great grandparents, they're from the Virgin Islands. So anybody who doesn't know where the Virgin Islands are, look at the map. But they had to get visas and stuff to come to this country. And is it cool that they got to come to the land of the free and live out a full life to the fullest? Yes. But I think it's so horrible how we get to stand up every day, say the Pledge of Allegiance, and say we live in the land of the free, where everybody should have equal rights and equal opportunity. But my brothers and sisters, cousins, close family members are getting shot down, gunned down for the dumbest things. My first experience ever growing up in seeing a black person getting hurt or dying by an officer was, I forgot how old I was, maybe late elementary, early middle school, was the Trayvon Martin case, where he died on his way to his grandfather's house for having nothing but a Gatorade and a bag of Skittles. And I just thought that's just a horrible thing. He was an innocent kid just going to see his grandfather, and he died. And I grew up going to school and stuff and dealing with people saying the N-word and stuff, and thinking that, oh yeah, it's cool, it's in songs and stuff. Who gives a crap that the N-word is in songs and da-da-da-da? Doesn't mean you have a right to say such a derogatory word that means something more than what the song is portraying it to be. A lot of these songs where people are saying the N-word and stuff, they're also bringing out the meaning of our ancestors who sat and cried and got molested and stuff in these horrible plantations and stuff, and how we fought to where we are now. And even now, we still don't have the equality and the rights and the freedom that we portray to have in the so-called land of the free. Yeah, it seems all fine and stuff, fine and dandy and cool. I'm using my Stila concealer in the shade Tan 13, but how would you feel as a person of not color, whether you are Caucasian or pretty much Caucasian, and you got gunned down on the street for just walking with a bag, with a hoodie on. Or you might have just, or you just walked down the street and that person that just walked across the street with you or bumped into you just wasn't having a good day and just made a scene out of nothing and caused an innocent person, somebody's mother, somebody's child, somebody's friend, to just die. Like, that's so wrong. Like, I'm sorry that I'm saying like a lot. It's just, that's not cool. It's not cool. It's not something that should be accepted. And then another thing, I really want to talk about it because watching a lot of TikToks and stuff, I've been seeing like people rioting and destroying targets and stuff. Our First Amendment right, because I took criminal justice, so I know what I'm talking about. Our First Amendment right allows us to freedom of speech and freedom to a peaceful riot. These riots that are going on in like Chicago and stuff are not peaceful. You have people rioting, fine. But then the riot starts going wrong as soon as these people start doing things like breaking into Targets and trying to take money and stuff. I thought the whole point of a riot was to come together as one, as a community, to stand up for what's right, not to go ape wild, ape crazy, man, and start breaking into things. Like, that's not the point of a riot. A point to riot, like back in the day when people they were called, back before they were called a riot, they were called sit-ins. Sit-ins is when, sit-ins especially were really when African American people would go to like restaurants or diners and sit at the only meant for white people seats and protest that they should be getting the same treatment, the same service that all the other white people get. I'm gonna set my face before I do my setting powder, my baking powder, with the MAC transparent powder. And it's just like, why live in a world, scratch that. Why come to a country where we say, come here and we'll help you and we'll set you free and we'll make your life so much better and so much easier, and we're sending immigrants back to where they came from and stuff. But I'm sorry, last time I checked, these immigrants that come to this country to escape war and the hardships and stuff are coming out and doing the jobs that us people that have lived in the United States since birth don't want to do. Like, everybody wants to send people from Mexico and build the wall back to Mexico, but they're gonna come here and do the agricultural jobs that we don't want to do. It's wild, because you think about it. When do you ever see somebody of not a Latina race come do your lawn? You don't. You think, let's send these Mexicans and Latinas where they came back. But these are the same people who come out here to help do the things that you don't want to do, like cut your own grass or clean your toilets, when they could be doing something way better than standing out in the hot heat cleaning your grass, cutting your grass, or cleaning your toilets, or being your servant. That's not what they came here to do. They came here to get away from all the horrible things that they went through in their own country, to start better, to start fresh. And starting fresh, to me, isn't cutting somebody's yard for $80 to sit in the heat, to still not be able to make sure that you're making ends meet. Because a lot of these people that come to this country come so that at least their children can be born in a country, so that if they get sent away, which is another thing, is not okay, that we have to now separate these families, because they don't have a piece of paper saying, I have a right to be here. You should have a right to be here with or without a paper, period. It shouldn't matter if you have a green card or you have, it doesn't matter. It shouldn't matter. They came here for a purpose. They're trying to make their life better, make sure that their children are okay, and then making sure that their children have the same opportunities that us Americans have. I'm taking my Sacha Buttercup powder, and I like to go on the sides and dust off so I have the right amount of powder. But like, how is it fair for us African Americans to have to now grow up? Like, I'm 16, about to be a junior, because I just graduated my sophomore year. How would it be fair for me when I get to that age, to that time in my life, when I get married and when I have children? I'm going to have to explain to my children the same way my mom had to explain to me. When you get a car and you're driving down the street, if a police pulls you over, you know, you have to put your hands on the dash, make it very clear that you don't have anything that could be a threat. I'm sorry, but I didn't know that me grabbing something as simple as my phone or a hairbrush or my license could become a threat. Like, that's so stupid. And I think it's also stupid how some people will actually, some officers will pull you over just because you're driving something expensive. Not that you were speeding or you were doing something actually illegal. Some people physically and mentally feel that it's wrong that people of other races and stuff can actually do good. I'm sorry that you want to break me down and make me feel like a bad person, but I'm grinding as much as you are, because when I have to go to college, I'm still going to have to show to the college board how I've done all this other amazing things besides school to get into a college, to get a scholarship, when it's going to be so much easier for someone who's not my color and also not a female. Because being in America and being a female is hard. That saying, you live in a man's world, is a true statement. I'm using my pressed powder, my Fit Me pressed powder in the shade 360. It's true. And going back on to George Floyd, before this man died, he was calling and crying for his mother. That is so horrible. And I'm so sorry for that Floyd family to have to watch her son, so maybe his wife, girlfriend, kids, whoever, see him cry and tell this officer over and over again, I can't breathe, I can't breathe, I can't breathe. He's trying to tell you that he can't breathe. I get it. The man is tall. He is a very bulky, big guy. I understand. My father is a very big, bulky man. But do I expect you, if you had to pull him over or do what you had to do to Gregory Floyd, I don't know why I just called him George. Do I expect you to do the same thing to my father, who is 6'3"? No, I expect you to, at least if you have to knee somebody, knee their back. Have your partner, who had the audacity to just stand and look stupid while your partner is kneeing somebody in the throat, closing their airway so that they can't breathe. What was the point of that? What was the point of letting your partner and yourself, because now you're gonna get charged as well, to the fullest extent, I hope, when you could have been telling your partner, hey bud, like, get off the throat. He's saying to you he can't breathe, but you just stood there acting all cool. I would rather do the right thing and help a man who's getting arrested out by, like, saying, hey, you get your knee off his throat. I'll knee him in his back while you help handcuff. Like, no. It should never have to come to a man being kneed and his airway being closed and all these riots happening. I don't think anybody has noticed this. All these riots and stuff and all this, when people want to come together, happen when somebody dies. It shouldn't have to take a whole bunch of black people dying for us to come together. We came together. People way before us came to Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King started by himself, and he grew people to come together to come to an agreement that we have an equal right to be free. Rosa Parks did not give up her seat because she said to herself and to the people on that bus, she had a right to sit in that seat. It shouldn't matter by the color of our skin where we can and cannot sit. It shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter. It also, I don't believe that anybody of any statute, I don't care who you are, the whole thing about the N-word is not okay. And I can't stand it when I hear people say, oh, well, other black people can say the N-word, but I can't. Go ahead and say the N-word. And when somebody who is black hears you say that and beats the crap out of you, and then they get arrested because you use a derogatory word that you knew from the start that you shouldn't use, you tell me how that goes. You tell me how that goes, because it's not going to end good. That word to us blacks, to us people of color, mean a lot. I just did my eyebrows using my NYX tinted brow in the shade black. That word means a lot, and that word goes far when it is used. It really does. Today I'm going to be using my Too Faced Peach palette to do my eyes. But before I do that, I'm going to conceal my eyes to help the shadow blend more. So yeah, I just wanted to talk some about that. I wanted to use my platform, even though it's still small, it still goes a long way to talk about it. So on to some better things. Your girl graduated her sophomore year. Oh, I'm so happy to be a junior. I'm so happy that like I'm getting there. I'm also kind of scared. I'm scared to be a junior because I'm growing up, and soon enough I'm gonna be graduating. Anybody who doesn't know, I'm graduating as the class of 2022. I'm excited. But yeah, I just wanted to sit down, talk. I want to thank everybody out there who has taken the time to watch my video, subscribe, comment below. Help me reach my goal of 100 subscribers. If I got to 100 subscribers, that'd be fantastic. I'd be so happy. But we're getting there. We're getting there. We really are getting there. And I'm just happy that I can use my platform. I know I'm repeating a lot of the things I'm saying, to just talk about these social issues, because it's just not right how these people, how us blacks or us blacks, Asian Americans, Native Americans have to live in fear of things happening to us. I'm gonna go in using the shade Perang. I'm gonna use that to set my eyes. It's just not right. It's just, and I thought it was cool how like on Instagram, Jackie Aina was talking about how like some brands aren't really doing the most to talk about the social issues. Like, I get it. Talking about, like how she said, talking about death is not something that you really want to talk about on your social media platform, which is understandable, but it's something that needs to be brought to everybody's attention, because it's just not fair. It's just not fair that our sisters and brothers have to be hurt. And I was watching something else. I saw something pop up on my Instagram, and it was this lady. She was Caucasian, but I think she was talking to her college class or something, and she asked her student, she said, stand up if you want to be treated the same way that the African Americans have been being treated. And nobody did. And I just thought, wow. If none of these people in this whole entire class want to be treated the same way that us blacks are being treated, then why do we let it happen? I'm using the shade Summer Yum as a little bit of a lighter shade. I'm using that in the outer part of my eyes. If we don't want, I'm gonna kind of pack it on and windshield wiper. If none of these people in this college class want what's happening to us to happen to them, why do we let it happen? Why do we let all these horrible, traumatic things happen when people of the Caucasian race could come together and help us? Yes, have they been helpful? I won't deny the fact that yes, there have been people of the Caucasian race helping us, but could there be more? Of course there could be. Could there be more of an understanding of what we're going through? Of course. And there should be, because there's no reason why my future children should have to live in fear that mommy or daddy could be gunned down for no reason. So, I don't know which highlight. Let's see what we're gonna use today for highlight. For my sparkle shade. I think I'm gonna use the shade Bellini as my shade. I'm gonna just take my finger and put it on my eye. And then I'll blend it in. And I just feel like for us to be known as the land of the free, it doesn't really seem that freeing. And it should be. It really should. And it just hurts to know that people are getting hurt every day for no reason. It just really does. Okay, so now that my eyes are done, well, not really done, we're gonna put on my Better Than Sex by Too Faced for my mascara. But I hope everyone is also staying safe. And another thing, with this whole quarantine going on, stay inside. Like, everybody wants this quarantine to end as much as you do. I don't understand why everybody's so quick to, oh my gosh, going out, getting my nails done, this and that. I need everything done. But my mom, who is an essential worker, she's a flight attendant, has to risk her life flying you people who are so quick to go on planes and try to go to Disney and all these places that aren't even open. And that's not cool. Like, why are y'all racing to come down to Florida, making our rates go up higher and risking it all? Like, look at Hillsborough County. Hillsborough County is still on their emergency stay-at-home order because the numbers keep on rising because of the amount of people who are going to the beach and wanting to go to the mall. Like, going to the mall and all that good stuff will be there when everything is actually safe. Stay home, watch a movie, learn to cook. I've been learning how to do some really good things in the kitchen, like making shrimp tacos. Oh, that's shrimp tacos sound so good right now. Making shrimp salads. I don't really like lettuce, so instead of using your lettuce, I use just cucumbers and putting bacon bits and stuff. Watch TikToks. Anybody else when school was in session and stuff wanted to do TikToks in school and out in the middle of the street and stuff, but now that quarantine is over, it's like, I wouldn't even say quarantine is over, but now that everything's starting to be lifted, everything is like changing. So I just got, this is a trick that I learned from good old Jeffree Star. I got a little bit of mascara on my face. So what Jeffree Star does is he waits for it to dry and then he'll spoolie it off. So that's what I'm gonna do, is wait for that to dry. But yeah, I like going to the mall. I like doing things, and I get it. People want to get out. People want to exercise and stuff. But what happened to just going on a walk? I just messed up my face. What happened to just going on a walk? Why do you need to physically go out? Like before on the news, everybody was like, if you need to get out so bad, go on a walk. So why can't we do that now? Why can't we go on a walk and stay home and be safe? So I kind of waited a little bit too early to take the mascara off my face, so now it's not coming off. Now it kind of smudged, but that's okay, we'll make it work. I just wanted to do a sit down video because yeah, the power makeup is good, but I can do that for my other video for the week. I wanted to sit down because it's not even that I'm tired of seeing it, I'm just tired of like these people are getting hurt and we're not doing anything to help it. Yeah, ooh, riot, ooh this, ooh that, but what is that doing? It's not helping. I mean, it is because we're making the message clear, but it's not helping in the way that it should be. We need to riot in peace. I'm using my Fenty Beauty Kilowatt highlighter, and I'm using shade Hustler Baby on a fan brush. We just need to be more active. Like, we have activists who that's their job, just to, you know, speak and talk about our problems. I'm 16 years, look at me, I'm 16 years old and I'm talking about social issues. But it's something that needs to be done because our people, my African American brothers and sisters are hurting out there because of the mistreat that we're getting, because of what was from things that are in the past. Like, I'm sorry, but if y'all have a problem from things that happened way back when, or you just generally don't like us, that's a problem, because Black people are fun, especially the ones that like to do things. We can be fun, we can be funny. Like, anybody can be fun or funny, but we're like the life of the party funny, you know? And so now I'm gonna take my Bare Minerals blush in the shade On the Mauve. It's just, I just feel like I just had to talk about it because it's something that just needed to be talked about, needed to be said. And I know a lot of you are probably like, Gabby, this video is way too long. Like, why is it so long? But it needed to be long because I needed to get my point across. I needed to feel like everybody was understanding that what's going on in the world is not okay. Anybody who just is gonna watch half of this video or some of this video and be like, she's talking about what's going on, I don't want to hear about it. You need to hear about it because it's affecting us. You don't want to hear about quarantine? You need to. It's affecting us. I would like to be able to go to school in the fall. Sorry, not sorry. I want to be able to see my friends and actually enjoy my last good year before it's going to be crunch time, before I really need to do college applications, figure out what school I'm going to. I'm about to become an adult and I want to spend my last couple of years of being a child having fun, not worrying about if I go out and somebody coughs me one good time, will I possibly have the chance of dying. I'm using Anastasia Beverly Hills lipstick in the shade Bittersweet. So I'm sorry that this video is going to be extremely long. I'll try to edit it as best as I can, but everything in this video is something that needed to be said. It needed to be said, it needed to be explained, it needed to be heard loud and clear. So if you're a person out there who felt like they haven't done anything but actually care about what's going on in the world, speak up. Everybody has a platform on something. It can be on Instagram, it can be on Twitter, it can be on YouTube, it could be even on TikTok. Everybody has a platform to say something. Use your platform and help us make the world better. Stop trying to just, blow it by, because it's not getting better. It's getting worse. And the more that we just let it slide and just say, oh yeah, they got a little slap on the wrist, it's not helping us. We need victory and we need change. I'm using my Milani Make It Last setting spray. And to finish off the look, I'm gonna take a little bit of my Broadway Vita lip gloss in the I'm gonna say shade, but it's mint oil. I'm only gonna take a little bit because I have matte lip gloss on. Take a little bit on my finger and just put it on. So I hope you enjoyed the sit down with me, this little get ready with me, sit down with me. And I hope you enjoyed getting to hear about social issues and what's going on. And I hope you take the time to actually learn more about what's been going on in our world and take precaution, because we need it. I hope you actually stay indoors and help the world get better. Because if you didn't notice this, when nobody was outside, the world was beautiful. And as soon as people started to go out and stuff, the world started to go a little downhill. So stay indoors, stay safe, become active in the community. Bye, guys.